Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we are rebuilding the Chicago Bulls after making zero moves at the trade deadline. Alright, so the Chicago Bulls, man, I have no clue what they're trying to do here. I have no clue if they're trying to rebuild or contend. It's just not making sense to me. What I think they should do at the trade deadline, or I would have done at the deadline, is I would have maybe traded DeMar DeRozan, maybe for at least a first-round pick at best. You know, he's 34 years old, $28 million expiring contract. He could sign anywhere in free agency. So realistically, they could lose him for nothing, or they could overpay him in the offseason, which is just it doesn't seem smart for me to do. And also, like, guys like, I mean, Alex Caruso could have been traded for at least 3 first-round picks. A team could have overpaid for Alex Caruso, but they decided to keep him and make him untouchable in all trade talks. They also could have traded a guy like Andre Drummond, which, I mean, I definitely think a lot of teams were calling about him, and they could have traded him for at least 3 seconds, maybe even a first. But, you know, I feel like he should have got traded. And that's really it. I also think they could have traded some other guys, Torrey Craig, Javon Carter. And, you know, right now, I feel like what they're doing is they're banking on, you know, for Zach LaVine to come back in the playoffs, even if they make the playoffs. And then they're banking on maybe Lonzo Ball to come back in the playoffs. Maybe they can, like, be a really good team like they were when Lonzo Ball was healthy. But me personally, I just don't think it's going to work. I just don't think it's going to happen. Just a solid chance. Not Kobe White is, you know, in the running for most improved player, turning into a stud here, but I just don't think it's going to happen, man, sadly. So I think they should just went ahead and started a rebuild at the trade deadline, traded DeRozan, Caruso, and, I mean, even if they traded Caruso and Drummond, and that would have been fine with me, but obviously they're showing no signs of, you know, starting a rebuild and tanking, but no, it's what they're doing right now. Right now, they're 25 and 28. Right now, they're not even above 500. They're the ninth seed. They could, in theory, make the playoffs, but I just don't think, even if they do, I feel like they're going to get eliminated in the plan. I just don't think they're in a good spot right now. They should trade Caruso because right now he's at his best value. They can get a bunch of first round picks for him. But I will see you guys at the end of the season. We'll see how the Chicago Bulls team does. Luka Doncic is your MVP, Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama, six-man Russell Westbrook. Offensive player also goes to Wibby, most improved goes to Kobe White, which is a great sign to see. Clutch player going to Anthony Edwards, coach team going to Joe Mazzulla, executive going to Jacob Park. And then, yeah, so NBA first team, NBA second team, NBA third team, obviously, you know, Chicago Bulls representatives. We do get Caruso making an all-defensive second team, which is obviously great to see. And obviously, it didn't have any rookies, so at the end of the season, we didn't make the playoffs, which is something that could definitely happen for the Chicago Bulls. But right now, we finished as 33 and 49, so we fell off pretty bad. But also, Zach LaVine came back towards like the end of the season, but it didn't help. We still missed the playoffs to the 11th seed. So we had Zach LaVine coming back, but like I said, it didn't matter. So Lonzo Ball is still out, by the way, as well. So let's just simulate and see who wins the NBA Finals. We are going to be in the lottery, which is great. So we have the Dallas Mavericks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got the Cavaliers going on to win a championship. Finals MVP still somehow goes to Luka, which I'm confused about. But let's see player retirements. I don't see LeBron, so we don't have to override him. Let's make sure none of our players retire, because in the last New York Knicks video, I think we all know what happened, but heading into the draft lottery, we should be in the lottery, which I'm pretty sure we are. We're projected pick 8, I believe so. So let's say if we can, you know, hop up in the draft, and we get pick 2, W. So the Blazers get 1, we get pick 2. So we move up from 8 to 2, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, number 1 overall pick would have been great. We get number 2, which is, you know, a great sign to see. And this is exactly why the Bulls should have just, you know, maybe start a rebuild. They could have got the number 2 overall pick or number 1 potentially. So we get to retool this team with the number 2 overall pick to be hopefully our star of the future. Either it'll be Ron Holland, Alex Sarr, or Isaiah Collier. That's the guys we're going to be drafting. Either one of those guys will be a Chicago Bull by the end, but you know, let's hop in and see if we want to make any trades, you know, before draft night. We can maybe look to see that. I mean, DeRozan will obviously be a free agent, which, like I said, I wanted to get value for him before, but obviously we can't do that now since he's a free agent. We might sign him and then trade him maybe at the deadline. We'll see what happens. Zach LaVine, we also could trade him, which we might actually look for offers of LaVine or Caruso. But for now, we might just go and hop into the draft first. I will look for offers for Alex Caruso, but if we can't find any, I'll just go and hop into the draft and trade him later. Or Zach LaVine. We'll see if we can make a trade together with LaVine or Caruso. But if I can't find any, then that makes sense. At the moment, we'll go ahead and I'll see you guys in the draft, basically. So no offers really made sense to me at the moment, so I'll just, build my own trade later. Let's hop into draft the number 2 overall pick, man. So let's see. Number 1, we got Ron Holland going to the Blazers, which is a guy that I would love to get, but sadly we didn't get him. So we either got Alex Sarr or Isaiah Collier, which I definitely think we need a big because Vucevic might not be the big, and then we also got Isaiah Collier, which I want Kobe White to be the long-term point guard, so I'm going to stay away from drafting Isaiah Collier for now, which means Alex Sarr will be the most likely get here. We can trade Vucevic maybe in the this offseason, so I'm going to go ahead and select Alex Sarr, and then we could have maybe kept, we could have drafted Isaiah Collier and moved Kobe White to the 2, but I like our pick in Alex Sarr, and then Isaiah Collier is a 78 as well, towards Alex Sarr, so I'm going to draft as Alex Sarr, obviously. Team player options, we have Torrey Craig accepting. Dalen Terry, we're going to accept. Lonzo Ball declines player option, which we might not bring him back. Terry Taylor, we're going to accept his team option. Qualifying offers, we have Patrick Williams, which is a guy that I definitely love to bring back. So for agency time, we don't have any money, so it doesn't really matter. So Patrick Williams is the only free agent that we have the bird rights and are really concerned about. We also got DeMar DeRozan, which doesn't say we have the bird rights, but apparently I could still sign him. So our team right now got Kobe White, Javon Carter, Zach LaVine, Alex Caruso. So right now, I feel like we need to do is we need to trade either Vucevic or Alex Caruso at the moment. So obviously we could just keep the guy and we could keep rolling with it and see what happens from there. But I don't like 33-year-old Caruso on our 33-year-old Vucevic on our team taking up Alex Sarr's spot. Even though he is playing some pretty good basketball, I'm still gonna look to trade him and let's see what I can what pops up for Vucevic. So I tried to trade Nikola Vucevic, man. I was actually looking for a long time to trade for Vucevic. We just couldn't find anything. No team was willing to take him on at all. So we're just gonna trade Caruso to the Sixers for Paul Reed and a 2028 Clippers pick, which could be really valuable. So they get Alex Caruso, the really good piece, and then we get Paul Reed and a really valuable first round pick, which is fine. It's fine. We're probably not gonna get 3 firsts again, which is fine with me. So I kind of like that trade. We're going to find a way to trade Vucevic somehow. I just don't know what it's going to be. So the next step is what are we going to do with DeMar DeRozan just sitting here in free agency? I think the only logical the only logical thing is to go ahead and maybe sign and trade him, or we can't just let him walk for nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to probably sign and trade DeMar DeRozan. Right now he's asking for $34 million, which I feel like we can maybe do that into 2 years, and then let's say we can sign and trade him. I still don't think any team is going to be willing to take this on, but let's say we can sign and trade him to a team that would maybe have interest in him. I might have a couple of teams. We'll see. Alright, so the only team I can see maybe trading for DeMar DeRozan is the Sacramento Kings. So let's say we get Harrison Barnes, Sasha, Chris Duarte, and a lottery protected first round pick. For DeRozan, the only offer that I can see, maybe the team that can trade for DeRozan in the offseason, because they actually have the contracts to do it. Let's see what they say. They're going to want a second round pick, and they'll throw me an extra first. I don't see DeRozan worth 2 firsts at this stage of his career, but, whatever. We get 2 firsts for DeRozan. So it's like that. We get 3 firsts for DeRozan and Caruso. Their team's pretty good, in my opinion, so the rebuild is going pretty good, in my opinion. Still some guys we need to trade, Vucevic and Zach LaVine, obviously, but let's say we worry about just retaining, Patrick Williams at the moment. So Patrick Williams asking for it back. Let's say I want to wait till day 12. Obviously, we're not going to sign any free agents. Andre Drummond is a guy that I'm not going to bring back, as well as Lonzo Ball, which he looks like he just got signed. So Drummond, he won't be back. There's no point in signing trading at 78 overall, so I'm not going to do that. So Patrick Williams now has an offer from the Pelicans. So Still asking for an absolute bag, which eventually we're gonna have to give it to him, which sucks. I mean, we'll just keep going down as much as possible. So let's say 25 million. Let's say it's a flat zero, and he declines. So that's okay. So maybe it's 26 million once again. It's gonna have to be a overpay. I'm just saying that for sure. So 26 million flat zero would be fine for him, right? So 26 flat zero. Maybe we boost it up a little bit, and he is going to accept. Okay, get Patrick Williams on a quote-unquote cheap contract, which I don't think is cheap at all. So let's go ahead and just sign Patrick Williams, and then get this guy coming back. So play progression, we got Vucevic going down, Patrick Williams and Ayo Dosunmu going up, Harrison Barnes is going down, Dylan Terry is going down, Torrey Craig, Duarte, Terry Taylor, Julian Phillips, and honestly, Adama is going up. So I still want to look for a trade for Zach LaVine or Caruso. That's what we're gonna try and figure out for now. Most likely, it'll at least be one of the guys we're gonna trade. So let's see who we're gonna trade first, because we still have 16 players, and we still need to trade at least LaVine or Vucevic. Let's see what we can do. This is the only first-round pick that was offered to me in the trade fund, since I couldn't figure out my own trade for Vucevic. We're trading Vucevic over to the Pistons for Isaiah Stewart and a top 5 protected pick right now. So as you can see, the Pistons, they don't have a starting center. They're gonna have to start Hunter Dickerson here. So let's say we give them Vucevic for Isaiah Stewart in the first. We get Vucevic out. That's the main thing that I wanted to do, which is great. Now we have a lot of power forwards in the team, so definitely have to figure this out. But we'll figure it all out once we trade LaVine. It'll be good. Long off season, definitely. But obviously, we're just getting started. We need to still make this team into a contender after still trading LaVine, which at this point, we might even keep LaVine, maybe not, but, let's just download the 2025 draft class, and then we can, at the trade deadline, let's trade LaVine. That's the spot we're at right now. No, LaVine should be traded right now, but it's just hard. The spot we're in right now, trade LaVine, so let's cut Adama here, or whatever his name is. So heading into the rotation, Kobe White, LaVine, Harrison Barnes, Williams, Alex Sarr, Ayo Dosunmu, Isaiah Stewart, Paul Reed, Sasha, and then it's obviously a terrible rotation. We're gonna suck pretty bad. So right now, to even off the rotation, what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna move Ayo Dosunmu to be our back. We'll keep him at 2. He goes up, he goes down. So what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna move one of these guys to small forward. So Sasha goes up, Stewart goes down, so Sasha will be the next small forward for now to even out the rotation a bit. Also need a backup point guard on there. That will be out just to move for now. Then Paul Reed, that's your rotation. So I'm going to be actively looking for calls for Zach LaVine. So it's shot tendencies. I'm pushing up LaVine, so I'm pushing up Kobe White, so he can really turn to the guy we want him to. And I'm pushing up Patrick Williams up a bit, and I'm also pushing up Ayo Dosunmu. So the guys moving around is Kobe White, Patrick Williams, and at the moment Alex Sarr. So let's see how this pans out. We'll definitely trade LaVine for sure, 100%. I'll see you guys at the trade deadline or whenever we're gonna trade LaVine. Alright, so we're not at the deadline, but we're close. But what I want to do is I want to go ahead and trade Zach LaVine to the Golden State Warriors. Maybe they want to make a push for one last season here. They give us Chris Paul, Gary Payton, and a 2029 first-round pick. Basically, they want to make a push to go ahead and get another star next to Steph. They want to make a push. Kuminga is, having a great season right now, averaging 18. They still have the team. Maybe they think they have the team still. Maybe they think they could make a move to put them over the top. You guys get Zach LaVine, and they don't want to take on the extra salary. And Torrey Craig's $2 million. Are we serious? Okay, I mean, yeah, they don't want to take on the extra salary. Okay, I don't know what you want me to do here if they don't want to take on the extra salary. So I mean, they only have $8 more million instead of Kevon Looney. So Alright, let's say it's instead of Torrey Craig, let's say it's somebody else. Let's say it's a guy that they might actually value. Let's say Sasha can't even be in the trade. We're gonna need a little bit more. But no, Javon Carter can't be in it either. Still too much. Dalen Terry would have all the value, it looks like. So if we're getting off, Zach LaVine, we might have to trade Dalen Terry in this scenario. So unless Duarte has it, so Duarte does have it. So let's say if they still want to, okay, they're still saying the same thing. whatever. I'll trade Dalen Terry if we're getting off Zach LaVine. That's all they wanted was a good player. It sucks getting Dalen Terry so bad, but you know that's the only way we're gonna get off of LaVine. I tried every single team. I've been here for a long time trying to trade LaVine, so we're finally done. And yeah, the Chicago Bulls, I'm probably not going to rebuild them for the rest of the year because this is the hardest team I've rebuilt yet. So Kobe White, Aldisumu, Harrison Barnes, Patrick Williams, Alex Sarr. We got Chris Paul on the team for a year. We got Isaiah Stewart, Sasha, Paul Reed, and then that'll be it. That is your rotation. So honestly, we're somehow good. We're 22-12 in this season. Chris Paul will be. We're not going to bring him back. He might retire next year anyway. So now we're done. It's fine. It's finally done. They're actually pushing for a championship, and we're finally done with LaVine, Caruso, DeRozan, and Vucevic. We're finally done with that. Let's push for a freaking championship. Well, for the past video, Luka Doncic is winning every single MVP, but in the meantime, we got Alex Sarr winning Rookie of the Year, averaging 15 and 10, which is a great start to his career. So at the end of the season, let's see, we did not make the playoffs, so we finished as about 35 and 47 after trading LaVine. So I know it doesn't seem like a great start, but it's a great start, man. We're building something here, I'm telling you. So we got the Nuggets winning the championship, Jokic winning a ring. We got LeBron towering. I want LeBron in the league until he's 41. Why not at this point? And nobody retired on us, right? I'm saying no Chicago Bulls players. Okay, good. Draft lottery time. We have the. I mean, do we even have a pick? Let's see. I don't see us, but I might be just. We do not. We don't have a pick. Wow. Let me check one more time, and let me just make sure. And we have pick 8. Never mind. So pick 8 in the draft isn't terrible, but you know it'll do for now. We get pick 8, so we can add another young guy to the team, which is actually pretty good. So, let's hire a new head coach. I want somebody that can take. I forgot who the head coach was, but somebody. So let's see: Michael Stafford, Jason Kidd, Jacob Underwood, and Peterson. Joe Mazzulla is here. Let's bring in Ty Lue. Why not? So Tyronn Lue will be our new head coach. Actually, he rejected it. Never mind. So we don't really have any more options now that he rejected it. Will Hardy is here, so hopefully we can get Will Hardy to be the team, and he is gonna sign W. We get Will Hardy to be our new head coach. So chooses us over 3 other teams. I'm not quite sure, but. Okay, let's hop into pick 8 and let's see what we can get here. So we're projected to go ahead and draft. We're projected to get VJ Edgecombe, which I would love a guy like VJ Edgecombe on the team. I feel lie. But yeah. So let's see what we can get with pick 8. The most likely be a starter right away. So number 1, Dylan Harper. Number 2, Cooper Flag. Number 3, Ace Bailey. Number 4, Carter Bryant. Number 5, Ian Jackson. Number 6, Floyd. Carter Johnson. And then VJ Edgecombe falls right to our lap, so I'm gonna go ahead and take him here. So VJ Edgecombe, welcome to Chicago. And then we also got another pick. I'll go ahead and take. Let's take Damian Sarr. Let's take back-to-back guards. Why not? So Damian Sarr and VJ Edgecombe. And then we can sign Sasha back. I'm gonna decline. And then Javon Carter accepts his player option qualifying offers. Chris Duarte. I should have never extended that, but Gary Payne is a free agent, so. Alright, Kobe White, Javon Carter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Aldisumu to the backup point guard position, and he actually, does he go up or say, he goes down 1, which is fine. So we'll have Kobe White, Aldisumu, and then we'll have VJ Edgecombe, Damian Sarr, Harrison Barnes, Julian Phillips, Patrick Williams, Zay Stewart, and then Alex Sarr, Paul Reed. I know it's getting better. I'm just saying it's getting a lot better. It's not a mess anymore. So we got our point guard position of the future. We got our power forward. We got our shooting guard of the future in VJ Edgecombe. Hopefully Damian Sarr can develop into the backup. Our small forward position is definitely up in the air. So let's see if we can sign a guy. So Trey Murphy is the guy that I see, which he might actually be the guy that we sign. So Trey Murphy as, the small forward of the future doesn't seem like a terrible idea at all. So let's see if we can bring in Trey Murphy to a contract. Let's see if he's going to sign it, and we're going to get Trey Murphy W. So Trey Murphy will be the small forward for now. So our starting five will most likely be Kobe White, VJ Edgecombe, Trey Murphy, Patrick Williams, and Alex Sarr. How do you guys feel about that right there? We'll go ahead and sign a third string center for a minimum contract. So see, not a guy that would play just at 13th center because why not? So Duop Reith, I see him, which he wouldn't be terrible. I mean, let's sign Duop Reith. Why not? So Duop Reith, and then he's gonna sign. There we go, Duop Reith. So that'll be it. Looks like he'll be our last signing, and then yeah, I'll definitely like what we have for now. Definitely like what we built. I wouldn't mind signing an extra small forward, but yeah, I like what we built once again. Harrison Barnes most likely won't be here for another season. I'm pretty sure he's on an expiring contract. Yes, he is. So it'll probably be one more year of sucking, and then we can hopefully be a contender. Obviously, so Kobe White is up, Patrick Williams is up, Alex Starr, Trey Murphy, and I'll just assume the guys that were obviously good are going up. Vijay Edgecombe, just a rookie, staying the same. And the rest of the guys are probably not a part of the future really as much as the other guys are. That just went up. So, including Vijay Edgecombe, obviously. But yeah. Let's just download the draft class, and then I'll see you guys the rotation. Obviously, I have a good feeling about the next 2 years of this rebuild with the Chicago Bulls. I have a really good feeling, so I'm feeling a little better that we got those guys out. Still was really hard, but Kobe White, Edgecombe, Trey Murphy, Patrick Williams, Alex Starr, I'll just assume Isaiah Stewart, Paul Reed, and then Javon Carter as the rotation. Which are we leaving somebody out? No, we're not. So we might just run a 8-man. No, we're not gonna do that. So. As your rotation, we're missing small forward and obviously a 2 guard. I mean, Damian Sarr, if he's not in there, we might actually put him in the rotation over Javon Carter, which is something I'm going to do. So I want to develop Damian Sarr as well. I want to develop our late first-round pick and Damian Sarr. That'll be your rotation for the rest of the year. We'll look to trade Javon Carter for maybe a second-round pick at the deadline, but for now, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. First time in a long time, Luke is not the MVP, but great results. We made the playoffs to the 2nd seed, so we're just, like I said, just a little bit of a rebuilding, and we're going to be in the playoffs, like I said. We had 18th from Kobe White, 17th from Sarr, 16.5 from Io, 16th from Patrick, 15, 12, and 10. So obviously we don't have a main scorer yet, but that should change in a little bit. We'll get Maxey, Buddy Hield, OG, Matt Bazilis, Joel Embiid, Tyus Jones, Miles Bridges, Dan Bona, Shamit, and Luke Cornett. So it's definitely not a terrible team in Philadelphia. Wouldn't be surprised if we lost, but we are going to beat them in 5. So we win our first playoff series in a long time. We got Detroit with Sasser, Ivy. I actually tried to trade Lavini for Jaden because apparently that was the rumored trade. Asar Thompson, Siakam, Nikola Vucevic, Josh Giddey, Tobias Harris, Von Cassell, and Quentin Grimes with Nas Reed. So they have a really good team. So can Vooch get his revenge on us? And let's see. And he is actually going. We're going to lose in 5. So actually 6. Never mind. So we got the Pacers going on the championship. But obviously we got LeBron counting as a Laker. So let's see. Let's hop into the draft lottery and see. We most likely don't have a pick. Actually, hold on. Was that our pick right now via? No, I guess the Kings get that pick. Never mind. So I guess we got a lottery pick from the Kings. Not quite sure what that pick was, but it got pick 25 from the Pistons from the Vucevic trade. It didn't turn to a good pick. So our team is definitely ready. We just need some better bench additions, and I feel we can definitely be ready. So I'm still looking to make upgrades in the draft, like I said. So pick 24, Bryce James available. No, let's bring him in. Let's get LeBron out of retirement. Let's get Bryce James here. So Sarr and Phillips. All qualifying offers. Duop Reith is not a guy I want to bring back. And then Kobe White is obviously 100% re-sign. I'd assume him is also in 100% re-sign. And then Paul Reed we can also bring back, which I might actually go ahead and do. So Paul Reed, unless we can't find a better backup center than Paul Reed, I'm bringing him back obviously. So the 3 of you guys, welcome back to Chicago. As will play huge roles, and then 3 of you guys, welcome back. So there we go. We got Kobe White, Idasumu, Vijay Edgecombe, Damian Sarr, Trey Murphy, Bryce James, Patrick Williams, Isaiah, and then Alex Sarr, Paul Reed. Obviously, we need a better small forward, and I'm gonna bank on Damian Sarr to develop into the backup shooting guard. I don't know if that's a bad decision or not, but I'm gonna do it. So see Grayson Allen, but I don't like the addition of Grayson Allen off the bench, especially defensively. Beauchamp is a guy that I would love to get. Ochai Agbaji would be amazing. But I'm going to wait till day 12 to bring it back to small forward. And if there's the right backup shooting guard available, we might bring him in. But alright, so see if we can wait till day 12 to see if we can find a backup small forward for us to get. So, see, Christian Brown, obviously we can't bring him in. Lou Dort, I see Beauchamp, we might be able to sign it maybe. How is Ochai Agbaji? I mean, Agbaji or Beauchamp would be great, but I don't know if we might be able to sign Beauchamp, we'll see. Moody, and then the rest of the guys just get, kind of But I'm looking at Oshaya Baji and Marjan Beauchamp, and also what was the guy again? I think it was I don't know. It was these guys, right? So let's offer Beauchamp an offer. He's gonna decline. Let's offer Oshaya Baji. He's most likely gonna decline if Beauchamp isn't accepting, obviously. But all right. Is there any other options with any 2 yards you can move to small forward? And not looking like it, but I still want to walk out of here with a nice small. We can Max Christie is here. I'm just not gonna sign that if these guys aren't budging. So you might just have to settle with a guy like Lou Dort, maybe, if we can't bring in nobody too special, which isn't terrible. Lou Dort isn't a bad option off the bench by any means, but I would just love a young guy to be that, like a Baji, somebody like that, which we could still use. So I'm gonna sign Lou Dort for now. Throw 1 year. Actually, he's gonna decline. Wow. So no Lou Dort. Are we gonna get anybody? We might have to settle with Grayson Allen. So which I guess isn't terrible. So Grayson Allen will be, the 2 guard for all out of team option at the end of that. We can use him next year in a trade. So I don't like the addition of Grayson Allen being a backup small forward off the bench, but it's whatever. Grayson Allen will be that for us. Player progression, we got Sarr, Williams, Kobe White, VJ Edgecombe, Sumu, Stewart, all these guys going up. So let's see. How is shot percentages? Because I want somebody to be the main scorer. I want it to be Kobe White mostly, but if somebody else could turn to that would be great. So also Stewart maybe can go up a little bit. Grayson Allen, if he's going to be the backup small forward, I want him taking more shots. And Damian Sarr is 77. So Damian Sarr is 77 overall, which is great. 76. So that'll be great. I will see you guys at the end of this season. Hopefully first to make a playoff run. Edgecombe, Trey Murphy, Patrick Williams, Alex Sarr, Adesunu, Grayson Allen, Isaiah Stewart, Paul Reed, and Damon Sarr out of the books, which, I want him in there, so I'll run a 10-minute rotation, and I'll see you guys at the end of this season. We can see how we do, and I want to get a better backup center as well if possible. If Paul Reed's doing good and if we're doing good, I'll just leave it and wait for another year of development, but most likely next season we'll get a better backup 5, and then I'll see you guys at the end of this season. At the end of this season, we finished off as the #1 seed. We got the Wizards now, so hopefully we can make a strong run here in the playoffs. Nikola Topic, Jordan Poole, Denny Avdia, Evan Mobley, and Bobo, Jimmy Butler off the bench is looking like. So against the Wizards, we're going to beat the 5. To play Cleveland, with Derek Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Okoro, Jonathan Isaac, Jared Allen, Moses Moody, Obi Toppin, Craig Porter Jr., and Max Strus. As you can see, there's no more Evan Mobley. He went to the Wizards. That was a really good pickup for them. But let's see if we can beat the Cavaliers, and we are going to go down 3-1, and we're going to get eliminated in 5. We got the finals, OKC going on to win it against the Philadelphia 76ers. So we get eliminated again, which is we might have to make a big, I'm looking to make a big move in the offseason. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a forward slash, well, I didn't mention it, but I extended Patrick Williams at the deadline, and I think somebody else as well, I think so. It was one of these guys, I don't know, but I extended Patrick Williams, and I think those are, I forgot for some reason, I'm not quite sure, but I'm looking to make an upgrade, maybe, backup, I'm looking at a really good team, backup center, I'll keep Paul Reed, but so a forward, because I don't know if we can rely on Trey Murphy to be that, even though I wanted him to, but we just need to start winning games now. And I'm looking to make a trade. Our bench is completely fine. I'm cool with it, but I think if we get a change of scenery at small forward, we can be really, really good. That's really what I'm looking to do here. But none of our guys retired on us, right? No, they didn't. So let's look for a small forward upgrade after the draft. I believe that was our pick. I think we have a lottery pick. And so we got pick 8, pick 29. So, the draft league doesn't matter in my opinion anymore. So what I think we need to do is we can actually use this pick in a trade to get a better starting small forward or a guy that can immediately come in and average 20 points per game. I'm looking to get a superstar here in Chicago. So I was looking around the league, and I got a couple options in mind of what we can go after here. So I didn't mention we just went 61-21, so we could just run it back. But like I said, I want to get upgraded at small forward. So there's a couple guys I was looking at to start things off. So the number or the guy who was really looking at, if I can find who it was, I didn't forget who it was, right? It was one of these guys. It was one of the it was the Utah Jazz, Lauri Markkanen. We can get Lauri Markkanen back in Utah. Apparently they're rebuilding, but they were pretty good. So If we can get Larry Markkinen back, that wouldn't be a terrible addition. Other guy that I can see us getting, maybe the Brooklyn, or he's not in Brooklyn no more. He's on one of these teams. But it was Mikal Bridges. I'll have to find him again. He is on one. I know I'm missing him, but he's on one of these teams. So I think the most realistic option here, or we can go after Anthony Davis, which expiring contract. He's 34. I'm not gonna waste all my asses for AD age of 34. So even though it could be worth it, but probably not gonna do that. So yeah, it's one of these guys. Also it was Zion Williamson, but he's untouchable. But I feel like if we throw the right offer at him, he can maybe. It says they're rebuilding, so I don't know if it's just a glitch, but I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try as hard as I can to get Zion right here. I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but Patrick Williams probably have to be in the trade, obviously. Let's say we include. Might have to do this after the draft, actually, now that I think about it. So, probably have to include Bryce James. It's actually LeBron's son. I have to include Paul Reed as well. And then let's say it's pick 8 in the draft. Let's say it's a 2029. Do any of these picks have any value? Let me see. So, nah, the Clippers pick didn't really have that much value. I did all these picks right. Okay, 2030, and this pick isn't probably going to be valuable either. So Clippers pick, I can only see them having some value, and so they're definitely 100% going to say no to this unless we include like a really, really good guy like maybe VJ Edgecombe in the trade, but. We can try and include Trey Murphy. So let's say it's Patrick Williams, Bryce James, 3 firsts and Trey Murphy for Zion Williamson, and they're going to decline. He's untouchable, so he can't get Zion. So I think it's only right to maybe throw an offer sheet at Lauri Markkinen here. He would he can come in and take some scoring off. So I'm obviously not trading all this for Markkinen, no. So Patrick Williams would probably have to be a trade because Patrick Williams hasn't really turned the player that I wanted him to. Even though he might just have to push his tendencies up, or he can, how much? Okay, so it'd probably be the same. Okay, so maybe we can get away with just including Trey Murphy in a trade, and then let's say pick 8. Let's see what they say. So pick 8 and Trey Murphy for Lauri Markkinen, and they're gonna decline, which is fair. I'll throw a 2029. This Warriors pick could be valuable, and they agree. So we get away keeping Patrick Williams, and we trade Trey Murphy instead. But one of these guys will obviously have to be moved to the 3. Nah, Patrick Williams goes up. We got Lauri Markkinen. He goes down, so it'll probably have to be Patrick Williams unless Stewart, he goes down, so it'll be Patrick Williams going up. So Patrick Williams will be the small forward. We'll have Kobe White, Adesumu, Damian Sarr, and then VJ Edgecombe. We'll have Patrick Williams. We'll have to find a new small forward unless Bryce James can develop into that, and then we'll have Lauri Markkinen, Isaiah Stewart, Alexander Sarr, and Paul Reed. So I love who we have for sure. Will Harding, I'm keeping you as our head coach, and then we'll go straight to team and player options here. Which you got Alex Sarr, Edgecombe, Grayson Allen. I'm actually. Except for decline Grayson Allen. I'm actually going to decline that. And then Damian Sarr, I'm going to accept. So qualifying offers, we have AJ Hogg, which I don't know nothing about him. I don't know when we signed him, but maybe I should have accepted Grayson Allen's contract now that I think about it. So that definitely sucks. So we can maybe look for a guy on day 12, but I should have accepted Grayson Allen. I'm sorry for not accepting that contract. But is he still here? Can we still offer him something? Probably doubt it, and we can. Maybe he agrees to it, but at this point, I might just maybe look to make a trade to upgrade that position. So we starting this 69 overall. I have no clue who that is, but I feel we're pretty fine. Just need a backup small forward. We can maybe look on day 12, maybe see if Grayson Allen's still available, but not to trade Trey Murphy. We don't really have a backup small forward, so we can go on skip to day 12. I don't know why can't I skip the days fast right now, but let's just see. Day 12, is anybody available on day 12? Alright, let's see. Finally there. Alright. Matherin, Moses Moody, he's probably not gonna. We have 8 million, so maybe one guy might come out and maybe sign it. So Whitmore would be the dream scenario, but nah. Neesmith, he might say so that Vanderbilt is here. I saw Vanderbilt. I don't know if he'd be the dream backup small forward, especially because I'm looking for shooting here. But he has shown some improvement in my opinion. Peyton Watson would be kind of great. I'm gonna lie. So if we can bring in Peyton Watson, that would be amazing. Beauchamp, David Roddy, Dalen Terry, we can welcome him back to Chicago. He's averaging 11 points per game. We can bring back Dalen Terry, which I don't think I should have traded him anyway to Golden State because I'm not quite sure who we traded him for. Let's offer Dalen Terry, and he's gonna decline. So we can't make a reunion with Dalen Terry, sadly. So Josh Green, we can bring in. Like I said, it might just have to be. Alright, so I've finally settled on the guy I want to sign, and it's probably not who you think it is, and it's probably not the guy that comes to mind automatically, but it is Andre Jackson Jr. Honestly, I have a good feeling about it. If we move him to small forward, he honestly should go up in overall, so that's really what my thinking is over here. So he goes up to an 80, so kind of perfect. So that's great. So we have, alright, so player progression, we have Alex Sarr, Laurie Marcantile going down, BJ Edgecombe, Patrick Williams, Andre Jackson, we got Bryce James, AJ Hogg, and then the 69 overall random guy over here. So I like what we have. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Alright, so we're at the end of the season here, so we're the #1 seed again. We gotta play New York, so standings, take a look, we were 61-21, same exact spot where we were, last season, but none of our players really averaged 20, but that's fine. All that matters is we go ahead and win. Got New York in round 1, and we are going to sweep them. We're gonna fly past them. Their team look like Brunson, DiVincenzo, Drake Powell, Julius Randle, Darren Peterson, Terrence Stokes, Jerome. They definitely didn't have a bad team in my opinion. So, we were benching Laurie Martin in the playoffs. What are we doing? I mean, I know he didn't have the best season, but I wouldn't bench him in the playoffs. But, yeah. So basically, yeah, so Andre Jackson didn't turn out too well, obviously. I mean, 5 points per game on 33% shooting from 3 and 39% from the field. Definitely not great, but if we have to shrink our rotation, we'll definitely do it. But alright, now we have Atlanta. So Trey Alexander, DeJounte Murray, Andrew Hunter, Caleb Wilson. So I still have DeJounte Murray over Trey Young, which a report came out that they might be doing that anyway. But against the Hawks, we're gonna go to a game 7. Wow, huge game 7. Again, on our hands, obviously, but let's see if we can beat the Hawks. We're in Chicago, so hopefully we should get the advantage here. And it's looking like we are going to blow them out a bit. Hopefully we can keep in the blowout, and 126-110. We are going to kind of blow them out here. 27 from, Patrick Williams, 22 from Isaiah Stewart, and 19 from Alex Sarr. I want to give Stewart more minutes. It's just I don't know who we're going to. I'm going to try to play Stewart more minutes over Andre Jackson Jr. Jackson Jr. isn't really, okay, 18% from 3 is outrageous, man. So I'm also going to try and play Damian Sarr over him. I don't know if we, can actually. Yeah, I'm going to play Damian Sarr over him, and then we might even play Paul Reed over him, but I'll just leave it like that. It's pretty fine. So now we got Philadelphia. So Maxey and Jaden Ivey as the backcourt. It's a pretty, in my opinion, it's a pretty versatile and electric backcourt. Adem Bona, Matt Buzelis, Joel Embiid, OG off the bench, Shia Baji. So here we go. We play a really good team. Game 1, they're going to take. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3, we take the 2-1 lead. We take the 3-1 lead, and we're going to the finals, baby. Let's go. And the Houston Rockets do us a favor and eliminate the OKC Thunder with Shai Alexander and Kyrie Irving on the same team. Ace Bailey, Kobe Pete, Chet Holmgren. Thank you, Houston. But sadly, they're going to lose to us anyways. So hopefully. But obviously, Amen Thompson, Ian Jackson, Cameron Whitmore. So Amen 13, Ian Jackson 19, Whitmore, Barry Smith, 14, Shengun, Cooper Flag, Miles Bridges, Justin Edwards, Bones Highland, and Raisin Thorpe. It's a pretty good team. But here we go, finals. Game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, we're going to take. Game 3, we're going to take. Game 4, not even a problem. Why did I get scared? We're going to sweep him. Alex Sarr's your problems repeat, so I guess it turned out pretty good in my opinion. Andre Jackson apparently came back in the finals, which is really good to see. Wish he could have did that in the regular season, but we are NBA champions. We finally win a championship with the post trade deadline team. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Most likely have maybe which rebuild do you guys want to see next? Which post trade deadline rebuild do you guys want to see next? But I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.